Hello everyone, this is Hero here and welcome to the KOF98 Auto Match online video. Okay, sorry guys, it's been quite a long time. I know it's been a few weeks since I uploaded my last video because currently I'm quite busy with work and yeah, basically with life. So sorry about the delay. So now today, brand new video, okay, for everyone else. I know this is a bit late and I know that this feature has really been out for the global servers, but nevertheless it's still something to let you guys know. Okay, what I'm going to talk about today, okay, I'm going to talk about strikers, okay, or you can call it 8, okay, 8 fighters. What are they? Basically 8 fighters or strikers. I'll call them strikers. Basically they are fighters who supports your team. Additional fighters that supports your main team of 6, okay, that gives you certain extra things like buffs, more damage, even CC and things like that. So you guys can see for the Asia server, which is what I'm currently playing on at the moment, we have 2 strikers now. Okay, we have 2 strikers now. In the future, you will have up to 3. Okay, 3. You have up to 3 instead of the current 2 now. So right now we only have 2. So just to tell you guys what are different type of strikers you can have for this game. I'm running a Turtle Soul Genesis formation at the moment. So this formation basically is all about surviving and trying to last at least the 3rd round onwards. Okay, because 3rd round onwards, Genesis Turtle Soul will actually do more damage. Okay, will actually do more damage because they will get a 30% permanent buff. 30% damage, okay, permanent buff for the rest of the game, 3rd round onwards. So it's all about surviving. So with that being said, my 2 strikers is Athena and Cancel. So just to show you guys, those basically all fighters will have a new tab here called support. Okay, called support. If you see a fighter which has something like this called stay tuned or things like that, means the support skills for that fighter is not released yet, and therefore that fighter cannot be a striker at the moment. So my team now, we have Athena and Cancel. So let me try and do a quick run through of their skills as a striker. Basically striker, when they appear out in the game during at certain rounds or after meeting certain requirements, when they come up, normally they will do ultimates, their own signature ultimates. Okay, either through damage or through healing and things like that. So because I'm running a Turtle Soul Genesis formation, I go in healing. So let's look at Cancel first. Under the support tab, there's a few things you can see. Okay, on the under this tab here, you have your equipment slots. Okay, it's not really equipment, basically it's a skill book slot. So you have slot 1, slot 2 and slot 3. This is the skill level. Okay, something like that. The higher this level, the higher the attribute will be, and this attribute applies throughout your whole team, meaning to say your 6 main fighters in the team. These attributes will go to your 6 main fighters in your team. Below here, okay, this is the 8 soul. Okay, the amount of 8 soul needed to level up the striker's skill. And the other one here is the normal fighter frags. So to level up, to bring up a grade, okay, every time to bring up 1 grade of the striker's ultimate, you need to have enough 8 soul to promote the skill. So let's look at effect preview. Okay, I won't go through every single one because the few standard one is about, okay, the white, green, blue, purple. All this is standard throughout the whole game. All fighters. Basically, purple unlock 8 skill slot, 2 blue chances give you another 1 additional 8 chance and things like that. So all these are standardized. I only touch on the more important part, which means to say the striker's ultimate effect. So for cancel, okay, green +1 bonus effect. Target receiving 8 skill heal will get additional 25% block rate. This lasts for 2 rounds. If cancel comes out as a striker and he uses ultimate, he will heal a random fighter. Okay, it's not random fighter, sorry. He will heal the fighter with the least health. Okay, and not only that the fighter will get healed, the fighter will also get an additional 25% block rate. Okay, the more you level up this skill, okay, the 8 skill, the more effect you will unlock, the more powerful, okay, the skill become. Blue +1, okay, from 25% will become 32%. Purple +1, 8 skills heal, the percentage increased by 5% more. Purple +2, cancel 8 skill can be triggered after the first round. It means that after the first round, cancel can come out earlier to start healing your teammates. If I remember correctly, without purple +2, I think only the 3rd round onwards then he will come out and start healing. Okay, for cancel. Okay, orange +1, target from 8 skill heal bonus block rate increased to 40% now. 8 skill heal effect bonus increased to 10% this time from 5%. Let's look at Athena. Okay, Athena, you guys can see I gave her books. Later I'll touch on the skill books. Her effect preview. Okay, at the start of round, recovery increased by 15%, last 2 rounds. Blue +1, increased front row defense 8%, means after she comes out, she will heal the front row. After healing, she will increase that row's defense by 8%. At the start of round, recovery increased by 22.5%. Okay, it's higher now. Purple +2, increased front row defense by 16% now, twice the amount. Okay, compared to the 8% previously. Orange +1, this time her 8 skill will recover HP to entire team, the whole team, instead of just the front row. Orange +2, the fewer allies remaining, higher the recovery, maximum 100%. Orange +3, beginning of every round, recovery amount 30%, last 2 rounds. So this is Athena's 8 skill description. How to level up this skill? Okay, right now you can see it's level 26, for cancel it's about level 25. Basically you need to get this, I think they call it the 8 potion. Okay, you use this to level up the skill. Okay, the higher this level, like I said, okay, the higher the team attribute bonus will go to your main 6 fighters. Okay, I won't touch on every single fighter that is currently released, okay, for the Asia server, because there's a lot of fighters with they have unlocked 8 soul for us, quite a fair amount. I will not touch on, but basically what I can say is that it all depends on your team. Okay, all depends on your team. Generally speaking, if you are running a DPS type of formation, then of course you go for DPS type of 8 skill to help you do more damage, or to maybe to do more control. Or if you feel that your team gets controlled very easily and you don't have maybe Ignis or Guilnits to remove debuff, then maybe you can have a Guilnit striker to help you clear debuff and things like that. Okay, all boss strikers, in order to get that 8 soul, you can only get them through limited draw event. Yes, you heard me. You need to, this game will have limited draw just for 8 soul, just for bosses. Other than that, the rest of the fighters, to get 8 souls, you get it from here, okay, which is town. Okay, under town. Okay, sorry guys, give me just let me collect this reward. Under town, under the 8 center. Okay, here is where you get the 8 potion, where you create the 8 potion. Okay, you basically use materials to create. Resource center is where you exchange some of the 8 soul, okay, for the fighters. Okay, for right now, we have cancelled Real, Kill, Yuri, and Leona. Okay, Yuri is one of the better fighters in the DPS team. Later I'll touch on some of the, which I feel some of the more better strikers. Okay, later. Here is where you go on and exchange for skill books. So depending on the 8 on the striker that you have, then let's say you have a tank striker, maybe you can consider purchasing a attack pills book. Okay, just for a tank fighter. Basically what it does, increase damage done to DPS fighters. Okay, let's say for DPS for DPS strikers, this winner attack give you enhance 1 random ally strike ability. Okay, so these are different books. Of course, the purple one are the higher grades. Then you can start to see which is more useful for your strikers. Then you can give it to them. How to get pages and things like that, and more 8 souls. You also can get it through fishing. Under fishing, you are able to exchange 8 souls. Okay, cancel Real, Yuri, Kyo, Leona, Raph, Robert, even all the page frags to exchange for skill books. Okay, now I will touch on the more important, to me, the better strikers, okay, that you guys can consider going for. Just like I touched on Yuri, just like I touched on Athena and I touched on Cancel. These two are quite good strikers because they heal a lot. Okay, they heal a lot, and not only that, they give you additional buffs to your fighters also. The other better one I would say, just now I mentioned Yuri. Yuri is quite good. If you are playing a DPS formation, Yuri is one of the best striker. Why? Even though she herself as a standalone fighter may not be that good, okay, but she as a striker, she's one of the top picks. Just to show you guys why. Increase own team, 2 random male fighter, 7% attack. Okay, she boosts male fighters. Okay, 2 random male fighters, 7% attack, last 2 rounds. Blue +1, increase male attack effect from 7% to 9% this time. 9%. Purple +1, randomly increase 2 male fighter critical rate, 10%. So why, if you hit purple, not only you will increase male fighter damage attack, you will increase the critical rate also. Purple +2, this time is randomly increase 2 male fighter critical power. Okay, purple +1 is critical rate 10%. Purple +2 is critical power. So if your male fighter gets buffed by Yuri, he attacks, he crits, the critical damage will be even higher. Very, very painful. Orange +1, increase male attack power to 12% now. Orange +2, increase male crit rate to 20% and male crit power to 20% at orange +3. You guys can see Yuri as a striker boosts a huge amount overall to your DPS team. Most of the DPS fighters are male. Definitely Yuri is one of the great picks as a striker for your team. She's especially devastating in the Tiger Soul Genesis formation because of the crit the Tiger Soul fighters do, especially Terry 03, where he crits with Yuri's buff, is really devastating. Okay, so let us go through a list which is one of the better ones. I will skip all bosses because all bosses as a striker, they are generally quite good. Okay, I'm only going to touch on the normal fighters. Let me see. Robert, okay, I won't touch on all. Okay, as I say again, Yuri is for male fighters, Robert is for female fighters. Okay, green +1, increase all ally 12% critical rate. Just green +1 only. Robert, when it comes out, he increase all ally 12% critical rate instantly. Blue +1, increase 3 random female ally attack by 12%. 3 random. Purple +1, if your team has 3 or more female fighters, this round chance to trigger skill increase by 10%. Okay, if your team has 3 or more female fighters, and after Robert has used his 8 skill, all your team, okay, basically, chances of them using skill increase by 10%. Purple +2, critical rate bonus increase to 18% this time from 12%. Okay. Orange +1, own team random female fighter attack buff increase to 24%. Okay, this is one fight. I think this is one fighter if I'm not wrong. 24%, very high, very high. Orange +2, if your team has 3 or more female fighters, this round chance to trigger skill increase by 20% this time. Orange +3, critical rate bonus increase to 24%. With Robert around, and on top of that, if you are playing a female team, you will see your female fighters doing a lot of critical damage. Okay, a lot of critical hits. This is Robert, one of the quite good strikers, I must say. Okay, Real. You can consider having Real. Why? Because Real, he actually helps you, how do I put it, makes your team more tankier. Green +1, target receiving 8 attack, decrease attack by 10%. Okay, when Real uses ultimate, he hits a column, that column will have a decreased attack by 10%. Lasts for 2 rounds. Blue +1, after triggering 8, which means that after Real uses ultimate, increase front row attack block rate by 7% for 2 rounds. Purple +1, increase block rate by 14%. Okay, from 7 to 14%. Purple +2, when it hits a column, the attack effect, okay, decrease attack effect increase to 14% this time. Orange +1, in 8, okay, decrease attack effect increase to 18% this time. 18%. So if you decrease our columns attack by 18%, it's actually a lot. Okay, they won't do so much damage as before. Orange +2, after triggering 8, increase front row ally damage reflect by 8%. So Real actually lets your team have damage reflect after that. Orange +3 is 16%, from 8% to 16%. You guys can consider Real. I upgraded Real striker to quite a high grade actually. Leona is also one of the better ones, but Leona I would suggest you can play Snake Soul Genesis Formation, then you can put it in Leona. This is the same, green +1, basically recover HP to an ally with lowest HP. Recover effect increased by 25%, blue +1, purple +1, attack real target with the lowest HP. If it kills the target, will recover 200 rage to 1 random ally with Adder Soul. Purple +2, recover effect increased to 50% this time. 50%. Unlock, Orange +1, the more skill your team triggers, the higher the damage. Maximum 10% more. Orange +2, maximum damage increased to 20%. Okay, orange +3, 8 chances +1. So this is Leona. Okay, the rest I will not touch on too much, but these are some of the fighters that I feel is better. Chin is also one of the better ones because why? Chin, he attacks the back row and he reduces defense. it reduces defense, and not only that, he's burning. Okay, at purple plus 2 will not recover rage. Don't give free rage to enemy, to opponent. Okay, so Chin is also quite a good striker. Yeah, okay, so with that, hopefully you guys understand more about strikers. So with that, any questions you guys can just leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer them. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, goodbye.